There's a girl that you might know. She's a friend, at least I tell you so. But it might surprise you to find there's something going on behind the door.
Ooh, Melba, here come the cone man. And you know he keeps them the best.
I'm your cold man.
Life Food Nutrition is a vegetarian-based diet. It's a healing diet. Enzymes are like the buzzword for Life Food Nutrition and all of the raw food diets. Enzymes are have a survival temperature of about 118 degrees Fahrenheit. And anything over that, those enzymes die. So you look at an apple, an uncooked apple, fresh, raw, picked from the tree. It is loaded with exactly as many enzymes as it needs to digest that apple. And when we cook the apple, then there's no more enzymes in there. We have to beg, borrow, and steal enzymes from the blood, the bone, the body tissue, the brain. Then you can completely keep your supplies up and keep yourself replenished by eating food that has its own enzymes in it. So it digests that food for you. It costs your body nothing.
It's called living food because it's not dead. It doesn't have the life force removed from it, the living water removed from it, the minerals and vitamins.
So it's very important that the foods are combined properly so we can digest and assimilate them.
The way that happens is by leaving it the way we find it and not cooking it, exposing it to heat. And also organic is very important.
Everything was organic up until the chemical revolution of the 40s. Organic and non-organic food is how you grow the food, right? Live food is how you prepare the food.
There's no stove. Instead of that, we have food dehydrators. It's essentially a low temperature oven. So these are the big mat patties before they're dry. It's at 105 degrees. That's sort of the highest you would ever want your body temperature to go. We treat the food the same way, and that's where enzymes start to break down.
Almost everyone I've ever met is eating food, several times a day. And so it seems like to help people make choices that are more sustainable, starting with the angle of food, is the most obvious and the most consistent.
Most of the foods that people are eating today are actually what we call new foods. In other words, they were only invented in a laboratory sometime in the last couple of years.
Up to 100% of enzymes are destroyed when food is cooked.
You can actually eat flowers.
This is 100 pounds of durian, which is another tropical fruit, highly coveted by the average raw fooder.
It's a little bit of an aphrodisiac as well. Those are focaccia breads. It's a very comforting food, so we want to make something that's just like that. Goji berries are this really special berry that people in Tibet have been eating for thousands of years, and they're the #1 longevity food on the planet. This is raw cacao butter. It's so good. It's chocolate oil, It's really good. Apricot kernels, the most amazing anti-cancer properties. Living water is water that has a structure to it, that's been given some sort of resonant frequency through minerals, or ions. It's a triple reverse osmosis. It's remineralized with coral calcium after it's been cleaned, and then it's got a coconut fiber filter as well, so the water passes through the coconut fiber to soften it up.
I'm making a sloppy Joe. Just like that, fast food. It's a big mat.
Big mat.
Yeah, this is mat. Big mat.
What we try to do with all of this food is just recreate all the good parts of a burger that people like and leave out all the stuff that people don't so much like, and then less of the greasiness and cholesterol. This is a really tasty flat bread that we use for pizza crusts and sandwiches. Fresh lettuce, tomato, some onion, fresh raw pickles. And then this is the burger patty, which is dehydrated. This is made from nuts and seeds and mushrooms and vegetables and herbs. We even make our own ketchup here. It's made from sun-dried tomatoes and tomatoes. And this is a stone ground mustard. This plate is made from corn, so everything's completely biodegradable. This is the cutlery, also biodegradable.
This kind of stuff is replacing styrofoam, potato starch plates.
customers aren't going to notice anything different. They're still having all the same plastic-looking forks, to-go containers. If every corporation could move to using these kind of things, it makes such a huge difference in such a short amount of time. This is the Raw Food Pharmacy. Every amazing, high-quality superfood or supplement of the highest order. And we make elixirs from this, and we make the most delicious, nutritious thing I would say that anyone could ever drink.
So what am I drinking here?
So in this green blended meal right here, you've got cucumbers, bok choy, avocado, fresh dill, baby green, a lot of parsley, a little bit of hemp seeds.
It's like drinking a giant green sweet tart.
You gotta eat more greens. What I call Life Food Nutrition is a program that I put together. It's basically using raw vegetarian foods that are uncooked. This is a picture of one of my recipe books. And this picture here is a picture of a star fruit. It's like electricity. There's sparks and bolts of electricity that come off of that food, right? And a condition of health in the body is actually how much space there is. And that's really what we want, is more space. A condition of flexibility, space, and a lot of good electrics, right? The electricity. This is a really easy and yummy way to do it, because I think that live food needs to look better and taste better than cooked food. We're gonna make a nut milk, and I love nut milk. It's more delicious than cow's milk because it doesn't have any pus in it. Most cow's milk today not only is a mucus-forming food, which is designed for calves, not humans, calves. I use Brazil nuts because they actually, you don't have to soak them beforehand. A lot of hard nuts like almonds you do. So we're gonna put about a cup of Brazil nuts in. 6 cups of water, and this is a beautiful, highly alkaline, charged water. We're gonna sweeten this with a raw agave syrup, about 2 tablespoons. This is a lecithin powder. Lecithin is a fantastic nutrient, by the way, too. It's very important in brain functioning. This is one of my favorite things. The raw coconut oil. Fragrance to it, it's really lovely.
So then what's next?
Then we're gonna add some of this fantastic living sea salt, which is sun-dried ocean water. This is actually more like a half of a teaspoon. And then this is sort of an extra, but I like to add a little touch of organic vanilla, which smells so nice, huh?
I can't imagine that's going to be milk.
Ta-da! You can strain it through a mesh strainer, or you can strain it through, cheesecloth. This is a really easy way to do it. You just pour everything through the top. And then what we're gonna do is just pull it up gently, like this. It's kind of funny because it does kind of feel like you're milking a goat or something. Little udders. And look at that, isn't it beautiful? You can have a glass of nut milk.
Cheers. Cheers. Thank you.
It's nice, huh?
Yummy.